Talk about this nigga, bro. This nigga to the Lakers, bro. Like, oh my god, bro. What does this mean for my Knicks?
Has been traded to the Los Angeles Lakers in what is easily the biggest and most shocking trade deadline.
Bro, I was watching Solo Leveling. I was literally in the middle of watching the new Solo Leveling episode, and then I got a notification from Rage. I didn't even get the Shams one. I got Rage's saying, I don't remember it, but he mentioned it, and I was like, you a fucking lie. I paused the episode. I was on pause for like 30 plus minutes. Like, just searching everything, bro. Cause no way that happened, bro. And I heard the Mavericks is the one that drew that bullshit up. Y'all niggas is dumb.
We have ever seen. It is also one of the weirdest. In this trade, the Dallas Mavericks got back Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a single 2029 Lakers.
I've never like.
First round pick. Value we have to question, and we're going to dive into the Mavericks later on in this video. But for now, let's talk about Luka. Because Luka is only 25 years old and has been named first team All-NBA.
I thought he was like 28, 29. He looked like he's 29, bro. This nigga's in his prime years. And y'all throw away. I mean, bro, like, what the fuck, bro? Like, cause one, this could be disastrous for my Knicks in the finals when we get to the finals, because we're getting to the finals, bitch. But also my favorite player of all time, Kyrie, just lost a teammate. I mean, he got AD, but like, I don't know, bro. This could be. We'll just have to see, bro. But like, Luka on the Lakers. I mean, do the Lakers have a big man? Do they have another big man? They got Rui, and Jared Vanderbilt, Jackson Hayes, Christian Coloco. Okay, who's the starting center now? Fucking stupid. No, bitch, I'm not stupid. You didn't fucking show. So I got Jackson Hayes and now they got this nigga Luka in the fifth lineup, bro. He's out. Oh, this is for the next game. When's their next game? Bitch, I did not mean to do that. Fuck. Their next game is 2 days. 2 days against the Clippers. Veto this. This didn't happen. My nigga Josh Howard's going crazy, boy.
5 times in his first 6 seasons. Something in the post named first team All-NBA 5 times in his first 6 seasons. Something in the post-merger era that has only been achieved by Tim Duncan and Larry Bird, 2 franchise title winning superstars. The Mavericks just made the NBA Finals themselves, with Luka carrying this team.
They just went to the finals, like,
on his back. But we have heard the Mavs do not believe in Luka's future because of his weight issues.
They don't think they can win.
Nah, I didn't hear about that. I did not hear about that. We're 46 seconds in.
Win with him. They're worried about the kind of defense he plays. They're worried about the kind of weight he keeps himself in condition.
They said Luka always shows up to training camp out of shape, and that this season, Luka has weighed as heavily as 260 pounds, directly leading to him being injured. Because of this, the story is going the Mavs were hesitant to give Luka the Supermax, but did they just give up on a future multiple MVP?
Now this nigga's finna go on a revenge tour, shed 60 pounds, shed like 25 pounds, get a 6-pack and just start volleying in LA.
What's up, Mike here, and the media last season hyped up Anthony Edwards as the league's next Michael Jordan. In his first 6 seasons, Michael Jordan became one of just 2 players in post-merger history to average over 28 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists per game. The other player to do that is, of course, Luka Doncic. It was after year 6 that Jordan rose to the level of greatness we know him by. But the Mavericks
But the fact that he's slow is like plays into his play style. It's like, y'all know this already. Like,
sold on Luka. They are making claims that defense wins championships, shots fired at Luka,
Oh.
to which I say, are we going to pretend that the Mavs had some super team last year when they made it to the NBA Finals? Kyrie Irving is, of course, an incredible second option on a playoff.
the best second option could probably the first option. First of all, he could be a first option what he needs to be. He can do anything he wants to.
Contender. After Kyrie, the Mavs were a team of role players, and we have the receipts to prove it. Luka in the 2024 finals averaged 29.2 points, 8.8 rebounds, 5.6 assists, and 2.6 steals per game, leading the Mavs in all of those categories. And the next highest scorer on the team was Kyrie with 19.8 points, and then PJ Washington with just 10.8. After Luka and Kyrie, the Mavs had absolutely no playmaking help for those stars, and it showed. As a team, the Mavericks averaged the least amount of assists per game in an NBA Finals since the 2015 Cavs, where LeBron faced the Warriors without Kevin Love and with Kyrie Irving only playing 1 game. For the entire 2024 NBA playoffs, Luka, as he's been doing, made NBA history.
Like,
on the
even
stat
if it's slow,
sheet.
see how
So
you just
24
cooked that nigga right there?
Luka, as he's been doing, made NBA
not really,
history
but
on the
for me-
stat sheet. He became one of just 4 players to average at least 28 points and 8 assists per game on a conference champion. The others being Nikola Jokic, Michael Jordan, and LeBron, who did it twice. All of those players were at least 3 years older than Luka when they
Jeez.
accomplished that feat. However, the Mavericks are still claiming that Luka is not a dependable superstar to bet on. Why?
Like,
It feels
what?
like they have truly lost their minds, if I'm being honest. Brian
I agree.
Windhorst reported that he received a text from an NBA All-Star that said, "Do you know how much the Mavericks must have hated Luka? We
Facts.
clearly were not aware of this, but watch here as Luka is drinking a beer next to his dad and celebrate winning the
I seen this.
2024 Western Conference Finals when the disdain
nigga
for
took the beer
Luka
from
was
him.
just awkward in this moment. This was your franchise player who brought you to a shocking NBA Finals run, but Mavs assistant
He
GM Michael
just-
Finley
just
clearly
collected
did not
that
think Luka
shit.
deserved a beer
He just collected that shit.
after this win. NBA front offices do this. Sometimes they feel the grass is greener. We've never seen a star like this get traded, though. And let's jump back to the 2024 Western Conference Finals, where against Anthony Edwards in Game 2, Luka did this.
Yeah, he had that nigga looking silly and talking mad shit to him.
In a 5-game series win in which the Timberwolves were favored going in, Luka not only averaged more assists per game, rebounds per game, and steals per game than Ant, he also had almost 8 more points per game. These are the type of Michael Jordan challenge moments that we love from the past. A superstar gets doubted and then he proves everyone wrong. True stars step up when the pressure is the greatest. We have seen Luka do this throughout his career. In his first ever playoff series against the 2020 Clippers, who at the time had a healthy Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, Luka would do this in Game 4.
Back to Doncic.
Should have.
Doncic pulls up, 3-pointer.
It's so unorthodox. It's so slow, but
It's good.
he gonna hit that bitch every time. He gonna hit that bitch every
Mavs would
time,
end
bro.
up losing the series, but this was another example of Luka carrying this team. As a
He was dead.
21-year-old
He was dead carrying them niggas until Kyrie came. Kyrie ain't never been in a book bag in his life. Nigga.
Luka led the team in points, rebounds, and assists per game with an incredible 31 points, 9 rebounds, and 8.7 assists per game against a veteran and elite defensive wing duo in Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. None of what Luka has done or what he's capable of doing in the future mattered. What matters to me is that if you're enjoying this video, you subscribe and turn on post notifications. That way
Boy,
you
I've been
never miss
subscribed for
another
like
video. The
6
Mavs
years.
believe Luka is never going to stay in shape, so by their logic, they are selling high, they are trading him before his trade value plummets. But what are we talking about here? For one thing, it's been reported that the NBA as a whole was shocked by this.
My
And
goal.
I'm told Luka Doncic, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, the players, coaches, a lot of people on both sides with the Mavericks and Lakers had no idea. I can assuredly tell you it's a fact. LeBron James had no idea this was coming. Anthony Davis had no idea this was coming. I'm told Luka Doncic is still.
Bro, imagine, bro. I just couldn't imagine it, bro. Imagine having so much faith in your front office, playing. You're one of the best players on your team, You doing well. You just come off a win in the Garden. Fake ass win. Josh playing, but you just come off a win in the Garden. You know what I'm saying? You living life, you know, you doing your shit, you know what I'm saying? And then you get traded. Like, out of nowhere. Like, that shit is so crazy to me that that's actually true. Like, niggas get traded out of nowhere. Like, niggas just throw you away. Like, the disrespect, the betrayal is just, I would hate that. I can understand why players hate some teams that they used to play for, because that's so foul, bro.
Stunned
That is
about
so
this
foul.
trade.
It has been said that team executives from other front offices were not informed that Luka was on the trade market, which means Dallas did not even try to get the highest trade value possible for Luka. Instead, they just went for Anthony Davis.
They just
thought
shot
that
for
was
that
enough.
nigga.
This meant they were not able to bounce this trade off of other teams. They were not able to get more first-round picks, or they were not able to get a player such as Austin Reeves. Anthony Davis is an elite player. I do not want to take anything away from him. But for Luka Doncic, I will confidently say that the Mavericks could have gotten more from this deal. And the most important part of this trade for the Lakers is that they do not need to win now with it. Yes, the Lakers are currently the 5th seed in the Western Conference, so they
Look at the fucking Warriors.
could win now. A playoff run with LeBron and Luka is going to be awesome to watch. But listen to this. LeBron has been privately telling players that his dream player to play with for years is Luka Doncic. The Lakers went and got Luka for LeBron, and we know that LeBron is still performing like a top player in the NBA. Maybe
At
now
his
LeBron
age,
plays
bro,
an
it's
extra
just
year in the NBA
goat, man.
because of the fact that Luka is on his roster. Maybe the Lakers are able to pull a third star or just build up a championship
Not gonna lie,
core
bro, this
around
nigga, this
Luka
nigga
and
LeBron going for
And
at
the
least 3
biggest
more
thing,
years.
the Lakers now have a franchise player for the foreseeable future. They do not
Yeah.
have to worry about the post-LeBron era. They have Luka Doncic, a 25-year-old whose best years are ahead of him. The Lakers are betting that the injuries this season for Luka are just an aberration, while the Mavericks, they're betting that Luka completely falls apart. As for the Mavericks, I don't want to sound like I'm exaggerating in saying this could be one of the worst trades we've ever seen, but Dallas has put themselves into a very tough position. They are only 8th in the Western Conference, and they need to perform and win games now, this very season, because suddenly their core is made up of all older and veteran talent. Yes, guys like PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, and Derek Lively are solid, but Dallas is relying on Kyrie Irving, who is 32 years old, Klay
But he's still
Thompson,
him.
who is about to turn 35, and Anthony
He's
Davis,
washed.
who's about to turn 32. To make this trade even
like-
stranger, Dallas was not happy with Luka's injury history, but
It's all on Kyrie now. It's all on my goal.
Luka has been a far more reliable player than Anthony Davis if we just take away this 1 year. Anthony Davis has had a reputation for missing games in the past. Basketball Reference lists one of his nicknames as street clothes. Again, I don't want to take away anything from Anthony Davis. I do think he is a star type of talent, of course. AD is averaging 25.7 points, 11.9 rebounds, and 2.1 blocks this year. Again, elite numbers. And Bubble AD was absolutely needed to win the 2020 championship for the Lakers. He has proven that he is a star second option.
Give me that.
When you trade a superstar generational talent like Luka, you need to be doing it for one of 2 reasons. 1, you think the roster that you are creating will win a championship, or 2, you are completely blowing up your roster, hitting a hard reset and going for a rebuild. This Mavs roster is not better than teams such as the Thunder, who are also younger, or the Nuggets, who have a 3-time MVP in Nikola Jokic, or in the East, the Celtics, who just won the championship. Dallas
Or the
does not
Knicks.
have
Don't forget the
great
Knicks.
trade assets to make this team even better. This is the core they're going to be riding with, while Luka was just given a career wake-up call. Luka now has one thing on his mind in a Lakers uniform: get revenge on the team that gave up on him.
Honestly, the value that he brings to the franchise, to the NBA, to this organization, it's immeasurable. I feel like we're going to be champions, and it will be because of Luka. So I'll be honored to deliver that championship.
He's thinking, I'm going to prove I'm not just a generational young star. I am one of the best to ever play this game. Watch me. No one questions Luka's competitiveness on the court. I think with this trade, the Mavs just awakened a sleeping giant, and Luka is going to make them pay. So there we have it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications. That way you
I don't know. I don't want to give like my opinion on it, cause like, cause I'm all about a wait and see. I'm a wait and see type of nigga. So I'm gonna wait and see.
Yeah, cups to the rib and I'm pouring that purple. VVS diamonds on the neck like Squirtle. Talk about the plane with the proof on the Maybach. Nigga wanna talk about some bands, come and say that. Me and my twin pushing up where you lay at. Skirt out that way, hit the BP on the way back. Wait 2 times, now I'm blind again. I'm outside with the fire in my hand.